baby, come on. Come on, be my baby, come on. I'm in love with the shape of it. Push your boy.
Well, hello, I hope you like my dance moves, and we are going to review now and compare actually the JBL Charge 3, which was announced 2016 in the summer and came to the market also then with awesome sound, a great design, and also just a ruggedized design. And also we have now the Flip 4, which was announced 3 months ago at the CES, and we have it now on our table, and we will do on both the same 3 songs with the same volumes, and I will first tell you about both a little bit so you guys know what's up. So we have here a big 20 hours of runtime speaker with some LEDs on the bottom that shows you also how full the battery is, because it's called a charge because there is a USB connector on the back, so you can easily charge your phone also with the 6000 milliamp battery that's inside. That would mean you can charge an iPhone 7 Plus, for example, 2 times with this battery that's inside here. Or you can run 20 hours of music if you don't use it at the maximum volume. We have a few buttons on the top. These are all the regular buttons that you will see on almost all the JBL speakers, and we have the bass here on the sides and 2 10-watt drivers to the front. So quite nice specs with 800 grams in weight. So then we have the Flip 4, the brand new flips. You can see in the background the Flip 3, of which we will also have a comparison up online. We have here 515 grams of weight, so it's a lot lighter. We have 1 button less. We have no play and pause button on the top, but we have also the on and off switch and JBL Connect button and a few LEDs that tell us how full the device actually is. We cannot charge other devices with the Flip 4 because it has half the size of the battery. You can see it here, just a charging cable and the connection cable for not Bluetooth playbacks. We have here 3000 milliamps, which will give you up to 12 hours of battery life, which is still quite awesome. You have the same ruggedized design, which means that you can drop it to the ground and do anything with it. It won't break unless you obviously try to poke both ends, where we have the base, and also both are waterproof IPX7, which means both will float on the water. And if you take them out of the water, they will sound again the same after a few hours, maybe because they obviously have to dry. But we only have here 2 times 8 watts drivers inside, so it's a little bit less loud probably, as you will hear, with half the battery size also. So we have 2 beautiful devices, about the same price right about now, because the Charge 3 is a little bit older, as I mentioned, and this just came out, I think, yesterday, here at least in Germany, and it will be obviously, I think, a great hit, and that's why we will compare it also to the Flip 3 to see if it's necessary to get the Flip 4 after you had the Flip 3, because both are quite great, but I think the Flip 4 is even better. But let's listen to some music from the Billboard charts. We have here something just like this on both devices, obviously at 75% volume. We will also do 100% volume in the last song, but first we will do 2 songs at 75%, where I will hold each one of them at the same position and play them to you from about the middle of the song. So the Chainsmokers and Coldplay, let's go.
The testaments they told, the moon and its eclipse, and Superman unrolls a suit before he lived. But I'm not the kind of person that it fits. She said, where'd you...
Alright, quite good, but let's check out the same here.
I want something just like this. And the myths, the testaments they told, the moon and its eclipse, and Superman unrolls a suit before he lived. But I'm not the kind of person that it fits.
So it's the same bassy sound, but not as great as on the Charge 3 when it comes to you feel right in the middle. But otherwise there is clear highs, clear lows, everything is quite nice, but we just have here more that goosebump feeling from the bass, which is just a little bit stronger. let's go to the next song, which is by Katy Perry. You can already hear it if you know the song. It's Chained to the Rhythm, and let's also skip ahead here to the first minute.
Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance, dance, dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling around like a wasted zombie. Yeah, we think we're free. Drink, this one's on me. We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm. Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance, dance, dance to the distortion.
So, it sounds quite alright, the same as we had before with Coldplay, but let's also listen again here on this one.
It's your favorite song. Dance, dance, dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling around like a wasted zombie. Yeah, we think we're free. Drink, this one's on me. We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm. Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance, dance, dance to the distortion.
Now, here I felt kind of a difference in terms of, I maybe would have said this is better because it was not as loud, but when we're talking about volume, let's go up to the maximum volume on both of them and skip to the next song where we'll have something with nice highs and lows, and we will not start at the beginning because Taylor Swift is also good in the middle.
Just wanna keep calling your name until you come back home. Just wanna keep calling your name until you come back home. I'm sitting eyes wide open and I got one thing stuck in my mind. Wondering if I dodged a bullet or just lost the love of my life.
Now that's the part I wanted to hear. It's really nice and clear and loud and bassy and wow. Really giving me goosebumps here. I want to hear more. You will hear more, or actually the same part again here with obviously the other speaker, the Flip 4. And let's go.
Just wanna keep calling your name until you come back home. Just wanna keep calling your name until you come back home. I'm sitting eyes wide open and I got one thing stuck in my mind. Wondering if I dodged a bullet or just lost the.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Still a little bit better here, the Charge 3 if you ask me, but it's clear that if you have a bigger driver, bigger bass, everything is bigger in a speaker, the sound will be better. But still, for a nice little compact speaker with these specs, 140 bucks are not bad for the Flip 4, but I personally would go for the Charge 3 because I like the longer battery life. I don't even need the charging USB port on the back, but I just like that it's still not too big, it's manly. 800 grams compared to 515 grams is not that big of a difference for me, because I'm not going touring for weeks at a time, for taking it one day with you. It doesn't matter to me too much, but this is obviously a better size, especially compared to something like the Logitech Ultimate Ears Boom, which you probably all know. And we also have the Flip 3 here in a comparison, so check also those videos out. I hope you got a little bit of more information of which one to buy, which one maybe to upgrade. And this was Ballage from Munich. Thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys around, and give me a like if you dug this video with nice songs here, which you can either Shazam or check out down below where to search these songs for.